Hi everyone, we are doing line of best fit today. It's 6D. So the title is already self-explanatory. So we're going to go straight into one of the questions. So these questions show mother's height and daughter's height. So we just want to see there's a correlation or not. The first part of the question is ask you to copy the scatter plot and draw the line of best fit by eye. Okay. It could come to a little bit subjective. So all you need to do is look at a scatter plot. So if you look at a scatter plot on the right hand side, it looks like it's trending upward, like in a straight line direct. Like a look like a straight line, but it's a little bit fatter. Okay, so for us, all we need to do is draw a line that fit right in the middle. So as close to all the dot as possible. Again, it's a little bit subjective when we do it by eye. So we're just going to do the best we can. For me, I just want to find some dot that quite close. So it looked quite close to everything. So I guess that is good enough. Now for B, describe strength of relation. So if you remember from the previous lessons, when we talk about strong, moderate, and weak. So strong is really close together. I think this is slightly weaker than strong. So we can't really do strong here. Weak is everywhere, so it's not weak. So it is basically moderate. Okay, so for C, so the purpose of doing a line of best fit is to estimate. So in this case, we can estimate daughter's height when mother's height is 170 because there's a relationship there. So I'm going to use 8 different colors. So 170, we start with 170 and we go all the way to the line. And then from that, we can go across and make sure it's straight and it's 170. 170 is really close to 172. So it's 172 centimeter for the daughter angle. So we need to do apologize. It's 17. So it's 172 centimeters. For D is we know daughter's height. We want to find mother's height, so we can go work backwards. So daughter's height is 162, so 162 is here. What? Daughter's height is 162. Whoa. Well, 162 is here. So, wow, okay. Mother's height is 150. Wow, we just make it really easy for us to do. So basically here is 160. So, well, this happened kind of just by luck, but if your line is slightly different, you do it according to your line, not going to mine. Okay, so again, the graph is slightly subjective, so yours could be slightly off, but that's okay as long as it fit to your line. Okay, I don't think we got tests to do line of best fit by eyes in HSC because they can't really control your answers. So yeah, they will really likely ask you to do the least square line of best fit, which look like this. Okay, so the if you did well in last lesson, you should know how to work out Pearson's correlation coefficient using calculator. You can do the least square line of best fit on calculator as well, but I'm going to make a separate video for that. So going into a little bit detail. If I do it in here, it's just going to make it really difficult. Like I'll just make a video really long, so you probably don't like to watch a really long video. So I'll make it separate, so you can always just go back to watch the other video. So if you want to find the least squares line best fit. Okay. Now the key thing for this part is how to draw the line of best fit. Like I know some of you already know how to draw a line using the equation, but just in case for those who are not sure of, I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay. So you only need 2 lines to draw a straight line. Obviously you need a ruler. I know some of you just can't draw straight. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to pick 2 points, two values, so to work out the other one, and then we got 2 dots. For me, I just like to use the first and last, so it is easy to do. Before we start doing substitution or anything, the value on the bottom is x, the value on the left hand side is y. Okay, so just remember that. So to do that, we need to find some values. So first of all, I use x is 160. So x is 160, we substitute into the equation 0.75x times x, so times 160 minus 65.63. Yep. So type in calculator, we get 0.75 160 minus 65.63. You got 54.37. Right. We do 190 as well. Again, we need 2 dots to draw a straight line, so that's why we do 2 values. 190 minus 65.63. Okay. Time calculator. We got 76.87. Okay, so 2 dots, 2 dots. We got 160 and 54.37. Another dot is 190 and 76.87. So let's do this. Okay, so 160 is here, 54.37. So each space is 1, so 54.37. So 4 is here, 37, so I think it's here. It's a little bit off for the red line here, so yeah. Another one is 190 and 76.87. 190 is 76, so 76.87 is close to 72. I think that dot is pretty accurate, so we're going to draw the line of best fit here. Again, the red line is a little bit off, that's why, and also I want to show you how to do it as well. So those two. Okay, so for last part, D. D is association between height and mass. So we talked about this before. It just is 3 things: the shape, the strength, the direction, and the shape. Okay, so that's 3 things that we need. Does this look strong, moderate, or weak? I think it's really close to your shade lines and it's not too far off. So I would say this is strong, but if you comment as moderate, I think is okay too. So will be strong here. So is that positive 0 or negative? So going up is positive, yeah. Is that straight? Yes, it's straight, so it's linear. Okay, relationship between high and mass. Done. Okay. Another time we get you to work out a line, the least squares line of best fit is give you a few values and ask you to use equation to work it out. So the equation look like this. Okay, it's a little bit complicated. We basically got 3 equations of it. So the first one is the equation for a straight line, mx plus c. To work out m, you have equation of the correlation coefficient times the standard deviation of y divided by the standard deviation of x. Those numbers we already learned how to work it out last term or last year. A little bit complicated. We normally use calculator to work it out because it's quite hideous to do those. And then C, we actually need M before we can do C because we're using the average of y minus M times the average of x, means average. Okay, so with those 3 equations we can work out the equation, the line, the least squares line of best fit. Okay, so I'll give you one example here. We're doing A here. So A, first of all we need to find M. Use the correlation coefficient R. So 0.94 times as fraction. So standard deviation of y is 97.87 divided by standard deviation of x is 1.87. So put in calculator, 0.94 times 97.87 divided by 1.89. So the answer is 49.19668. We round to 2 decimal place. So that would be 149.20. So once we have m, we can find c. C is average of y. Average of y is this one. 230.7 minus m, 49.20 times average of x, 11.38. So timing calculator, so 230.7 minus 49.20 times 11.38. So we got a negative 329.196. 196 rounded to some decimal place will be 20 as well. So the equation, all you need to do is put m and c in there. 49.20x minus, so is plus c, yeah, plus c, but you pass the negative number means you minus a positive number, so minus 329.20. That is our equation of least square lines of best fit. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you can do the rest. You have solution already, so do the rest of it, check the solution and see what you got. We got 4 questions here for homework. And I've uploaded a separate video for how to calculate line of best fit using calculator. So hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, just post in Google Classroom.